whether preamble is part of the constitution or not, this question came up before the Supreme Court for the first time in Berubari Union case 1960, in which the President under Article 143 sought the advice of the Supreme Court on the implementation of India-Pakistan Agreement on Berubari Union and exchange of enclaves. इस केस में एक बात का आपको ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि यहाँ पे सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अपना ओपिनियन दिया था, यहाँ पे कोई जजमेंट डिलीवर नहीं किया था. ओके, सो लेट अस सी कि इस केस में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या जजमेंट दिया था. सुप्रीम कोर्ट हेल्ड दैट द प्रियम्बल इज द की टू द माइंड्स ऑफ द फ्रेमर्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. जब भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में यूज किए गए कोई भी वर्ड्स अगर वेग है या फिर अनक्लियर है या फिर ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि उसमें लिखे गए वर्ड्स कोई नैरोअर कॉन्टेक्स्ट में यूज किया जा रहा है या फिर वाइड कॉन्टेक्स्ट में यूज किया जा रहा है, देन if we refer to the preamble, then we will understand the intention behind the framers of the constitution. ठीक है, still nevertheless the Supreme Court in this case held that the preamble is not a part of the constitution. Next comes Sajjan Singh versus State of Rajasthan 1964 case. Here Justice Madolkar held that the earlier position of the Supreme Court that the preamble is not part of the constitution perhaps needed reconsideration. Then comes Golaknath versus State of Punjab 1967. In this case, the Supreme Court Justice Hidayatullah held that the preamble epitomizes the principles on which the government has to function. Therefore, it is the very soul of the constitution. Next comes Bharati Chandra Bhavan versus State of Mysore 1970 case. Herein the Supreme Court held that directive principles and fundamental rights could be better understood if we interpret them in the light of the objectives enshrined in the preamble. Then the case is Keswananda Bharati versus State of Kerala 1973. This case is of extreme importance. Why? Because in this case, the Supreme Court rejected its earlier position that the preamble is not part of the constitution. Here, the Supreme Court held that preamble is very much part of the constitution and held that it is of extreme importance. Why? क्यों ये इतना ज़्यादा importance है? इन्होंने कहा कि यहाँ पे जो words use किया गया है वो इंटरप्रेट करने के लिए, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को इंटरप्रेट करने के लिए बहुत ही जरूरी है. सो वाइल रीडिंग द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड इंटरप्रेटिंग द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, इफ वी रीड एंड इंटरप्रेट in the light of the novel visions that are being expressed in the preamble, then it would be very much useful for us. Then comes the LIC of India case 1995, wherein the Supreme Court held that the preamble is an integral part of the Constitution of India. Thank you very much.